Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into the Signature Mike Show. Wow, can you believe that we have wrapped up our first season? Thank you so much for watching. We have so much in store for you in season 2 as well. But tonight we have the best of the first season for you. I think we have some extra wow in there. Remember, you can always catch us on our YouTube channel, Signature Mike, or on Instagram or Facebook. We'll see you there.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story. Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive. Welcome to Bordeaux Steak and Seafood in Thompson, Georgia, where casual dining meets southern charm and every meal feels like a special occasion. Our mouth-watering steaks, fresh seafood, and handcrafted cocktails set the stage for unforgettable moments. Whether it's date night, a family celebration, or just because, Bordeaux offers the perfect mix of comfort and class. Come see us tonight. You're always welcome at our table.
Antique mirror has become a very popular home decor detail, but if you priced it lately, it's very expensive. I like to add antique mirror throughout my home. On the back of a bookcase, I will pull the shelves out and make a big piece of antique mirror and slide in there, and then those shelves, as you put them back, keep that mirror in there. But it gives you some added depth. And it's not a clear mirror, it's very smoky, and I really like that look. Sometimes on a cabinet front, you'll have glass doors. You can add antique mirror. So let me show you an inexpensive way to make antique mirror. You want to start with a piece of clear glass, just regular glass. And we want to take some distilled white vinegar with equal parts of this and water, and we want to put it in a spray bottle. And you just want to mist your glass. Not a lot of it, but you just want to mist it a little bit. A little bit much. There we are. Then we get some looking glass mirror spray, just a spray paint, and we're going to spray paint over top of this while it's still wet. Then we need to let it dry. I'm not going to make you wait, but I have one ready to go. This is dried overnight, and this is what we have. We're not done yet. We take some spray adhesive, I'm still on the side that I put the mirror spray. We take some black construction paper and we're going to glue that to the back. What that will do, that will help from scratching that spray that we put on there. And then what we end up with is antique mirror. In spots where the acidity of that distilled vinegar played and reacted with the mirror spray, that black construction paper comes through and makes it a little more evident, all of the texture. But look how nice this is. And that's what I call bougie on a budget.
Hi, Suzanne Lilly Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. We truly appreciate the opportunities we've had to work in so many homes over the years. And now we want to invite you to our showroom to discover why we are the company that friends recommend. Our quality products, knowledgeable staff, and the tremendous skill set of our technicians is what has made Hardwood Floors & More the most trusted locally owned business for over 30 years. Hardwood Floors & More, so much more in store for you.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
There's something special about mornings at Emma's Breakfast Cafe, where days begin with a smile, fresh brewed coffee, and breakfast that'll make you feel right at home. Try our famous Bulldog breakfast, classic biscuits and gravy, or treat yourself to our unforgettable French toast. Come see us Monday through Saturday from 7 to 1 on Main Street in beautiful Thompson, Georgia. Emma's Breakfast Cafe, where breakfast is more than a meal, it's a moment.
I have a fabulous guest in the studio with me tonight, Faye Hargrove. Faye, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me win that contest.
Absolutely.
That was
so Faye won a contest. I gave away a chance to be on the show for the Design Dilemma segment. Normally, people will send in their pictures, and please do that. But Faye, I wanted in the studio tonight. So we have not talked about her project. So this is a design consultation that you're going to see in the work. We have not talked about this, have we?
We have not talked about it.
We have not. You've sent me the pictures. I mean, I kind of know in my head what I want to offer you, but I need to ask you some questions. So you sent me some pictures of your formal living room.
I did.
Yeah, so that as you're coming in the foyer is the first, what you see on the back wall.
Yes.
And then as you look toward the windows, we have this.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
So it's a little formal, a little dated.
A little stale.
A little stale. So that's how you feel about the space.
Yeah, I do. And we actually never use it.
You don't use the room, yeah, because it says, but you'd like to maybe use the room.
Right. That sofa, I'd like to have one that I could just lay on and read a book or something and just relax in there.
Tell me some things that you might like to do. So you relax in the room. You have a piano in there. You'd like that to stay.
Right.
Okay,
right.
that looks very nice. One recommendation I might use for you, how many people are in the home?
Up to. And
Just the
my 3-year-old grandson visits, and he's the one that actually uses the piano.
Oh, fantastic.
He bangs on it.
Awesome, okay. So he may play games and cards.
Not in the living room.
Not in the living room, but maybe he might. Let me offer this. These types of rooms, if we treat them more like a lounge that might invite people into the space and be a little more comfortable. You know, you go to a hotel and they have these little boutique hotels and they have these little loungy areas.
Yeah.
They seem to be inviting and they're intimate spaces. Right now you have a lot of furniture pushed on the wall. You have a big sofa. I know you said you'd like to lounge, but I feel like that sofa is creating an obstacle and that it's not inviting people into the room.
Okay.
I'm assuming you have another living room that has a sofa or a sectional or something.
2 other living rooms, sitting areas, yes.
Yeah. Might I suggest 4 swivel chairs in the middle of the room, as opposed to pushing things out on the wall? It really would open that space up. If we put some swivels around a table in the middle of the room, it creates a lounge effect. Your grandson plays piano. Is the grandson? As he gets older, maybe he could give little concerts while you all are in there listening or joining. What that table could do, it could open up a variety of options. I have something like that in my home.
Okay.
I work puzzles there if I want to work a puzzle. I play cards with friends, so we can play a board game, card game. You can do all of that. Your grandson can maybe do homework there if you want him in the space or if you have a guest there. But it's a very multifunctional space when you do something like that. Being a swivel chair, you could swivel and look toward the piano, but you can also swivel and be amongst your friends at the table. A setup like that might work really, really well for you.
I like that.
I feel like it's an updated look.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here also. Your artwork is fantastic. I love your artwork, a lot of great color.
I painted it, so the only thing I was going to say is you cannot criticize the artwork because those are my paintings.
I've criticized it and it's fabulous. You painted these yourself.
Yes.
Fantastic, great colors.
Because I can't stand blank walls, and so I said, I'll paint everything I painted.
Well, they're fantastic, and I like that you have some good colors that you could play off of. of if you were to create this. But again, your furniture, I feel like, is all pushed around the room.
It is.
So it just doesn't invite you really into the space. That coffee table is really nice. You could actually continue to use that. I love to reuse pieces that people have, but if we were to add chairs around this here, that would be fantastic. We could maybe add some drapery panels. If you did something like that, I wouldn't
With the shutters?
With the shutters, just to give a layered look, and I think make the space again a little more intimate, a little separate from the rest of the house. But if you were to do it, I wouldn't do anything heavy, and I would do panels just on the far left and the far right. I wouldn't do 2 panels on each window. I feel like that would frame this. Did you paint that picture too?
No, that's Jonathan Green.
Okay, well, I love that as well, but that would frame that wall as well and make that kind of pop. Wall color, I mean, you could certainly change the wall color if you felt you needed to. But I feel like considering it more of a lounge might work for you. But I feel like adding a larger upholstery piece might just be too bulky in that space.
So the swivel chairs, upholstered swivel chairs or leather, or what kind of swivel chairs?
Well, you could do leather, you could do upholstered with the fabric, but like a club chair that you would see again in a lounge area.
Okay.
But again, with the piano, I mean, you're kind of creating a theme, like a piano bar. You know, we talk about these speakeasies these days and all of that.
Why don't we add a bar to the room?
You could certainly add a bar in the room. You could put it in the other corner here, opposite the piano. You certainly could, and make it, you know, if you entertain your friends and need a little bar, again, it's a nice little lounge area where you could relax, have a cocktail. It's just a multi-function room when you're adding these types of things.
So the bar area is across the hall foyer in the dining room now. So I could actually...
Yes, and add that to your lounge. Yeah, and we're creating a space, because right now this is just an empty space where you have furniture that you're not using. But yeah, just consider it a lounge.
Thank you. And thank you for clearing up the rule. I thought if you had shutters that you couldn't do the drapes.
Absolutely. The layered look is fantastic. We're adding drapery panels with shades today, Roman shades, and with shutters, absolutely. The window treatments a lot of times will help soften that harder blind that you have there, the shutter that you have. So that would soften that a little bit. And again, it would add you a little more height, and it would frame your piece of art there.
I love it.
As well, yeah. Wow. Well, awesome. Well, I think we've come to terms here.
Well, I have to get you to help me select the chairs, and then we'll show the after picture.
I would be glad to. Okay, we will do that. We will stay tuned, and we will show the completion of the room. Faye, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. For years I've been talking to you about our floors, but did you know we are now the largest locally owned lighting gallery in town? We have interior and exterior lights and ceiling fans also, so we can help you with any lighting project. We carry all brands to include Savoy House and Visual Comfort, and we are so excited we are now your local Capital Lighting dealer. So visit us today and discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors & More has so much more in store for you.
Great communication, honest, fair pricing. You want that trust when you meet somebody that they're going to take care of your best interests.
It looked like a parade through here for a while. Cars stopping, people asking questions. Very courteous, very professional. It was the best experience we had out of everything we've been going through in the remodeling.
And that's why we're different.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
I have a real fun guest that is going to give you some wow tonight. My friend Lynn Entrekin. Lynn, thank you for coming on the show tonight.
I'm so pleased to do this.
Yes, I was in Lynn's home recently, and I saw this craft that she does, one amongst many. I mean, we'll have to have you on to talk about some of the other things you do too. This lady, her mind is just, we get along so well because she's always thinking how she can come up with something and redevelop and redesign something. But we're going to talk about her broom crafting tonight. These are just phenomenal. They're so amazing. What inspired you to begin a hobby like this, Lynn?
Several years ago, I went to the Campbell Folk Art School just over the border in North Carolina, and I took an art class. And one of the many opportunities they'd offered was broom making. And I thought, oh, you really? Who would spend a week making a broom?
And now you are.
But I went to a demonstration, and I was just taken aback. And I came home. I didn't take a class up there because I was already involved in something else. But I came home and then took a class in Athens with someone, and then came home and just have played with it. And every single one is different, so I will never run out of something different.
I love it. It's just amazing. So these brush parts are corn stalks.
Broom corn.
Broom corn.
But they are from a plant that grows like corn on the cob. But instead of the corn growing at the top, it comes up with flowering pieces.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
And it's great long stalks and the bottom is called, well, I've already forgotten what it's called.
Okay.
But it's got a stalk on it that sometimes is this long. You cut it, you dry it.
Okay, I see different colors. So do these grow these colors, or you dye them?
And I bought them dyed. No, it's way more than I want to get into. This is the natural colors.
How do they dye? Is it like vegetable dyes or something like that, or you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter. But very cool that you can get different colors of this as well.
You can get many colors.
But they grow natural.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. So how do you begin a process? How do you begin? Because we have different sizes. Look at some of these. Just amazing, the detail. Not only here, all of this stuff you've woven and the beads, but even the handle is super cool. And I believe you said this was a belt that
I go to Goodwill and buy belts on sale and then cut them apart.
Oh, wow. You're that kind of person who you go shopping and you try to be inspired. You see how you can use something.
I go in with an empty mind.
That's amazing. Your mind just must be going a mile a minute.
It never quits. Sometimes I wake up in the night with a new idea.
I love it. Now I'm looking at this handle, and it's twisted where some of these others are more straight. What type of wood have you used for this?
Most of the wood that I use is crepe myrtle. It is the nicest, straightest stalk. There's one that, though it's got weaving on it, you can see how straight that is.
I see.
Sometimes I take it and carve a spiral around it, just for something different.
You sure did, yeah. And so you use orange. Is this a twine? What do you call it? Okay.
I call it. This is nylon. Originally, of course, they didn't use nylon, but it's a lot sturdier to do that, and I pull it. I do it all by hand.
Okay, great. And so that you can add colors, and you pull this one up. These beads. Tell us about these beads here, because I think there's a story about those.
These beads are, I don't know, I got them from a craft store, but these are backing cut out of a thick belt. And I just sewed it together.
Oh my God.
I look at things with, how can I do this differently?
Well, and look what you've done up the handle here, which you haven't done on the others, but you've added the same type of pattern up here.
Take some of that stalk and you get this wet all the time. You always get it wet so that it's got some squeezability.
You work with it wet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask you, in doing this, because I love to ask people who have a hobby, do you cut your finger, or is any damage to your fingers as you're working with this? Does it poke you? Or?
This is probably the most damage is when I'm using a knife and I'm cutting. And I try to remember to put on some gloves, but sometimes I don't. So yes, I've sliced it.
Okay, because here's my thing. I think anybody with a great hobby should have a little damage. I think that's the sign of a true artisan. I really do. So good to know. I'm so evil. So this one, you called it a marriage broom. Look at this. Absolutely amazing.
Sometimes, you want me to get into it?
Sure.
This is another one that's in process, and you'll see that that actually had two pieces. You know, it's a fork in that. This one is made of two separate ones that I joined together, but often I try to use two ready-made forks. And then you do one side with one color, the groom, the other side with the bride's colors, then join them together so that you get both colors in.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's almost like an ombre as you come down here. It's just beautiful.
Yes.
And the handle is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. These are, of course, would be fantastic as a decoration hanging on a wall. Do people use these brooms at all?
Absolutely. These are long-lasting, sturdy. Up in the North Georgia mountains, people use them. You go into an old-timey shop and they've got great big brooms like this that they are using. They last forever.
Wow, wow. You have little whisk, these are called whisk brooms?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And I like how you graduated up the twine there.
Yeah.
That's really super. I could certainly use something like this. That would be great.
And you can take that same idea, put it on a long, way longer handle than this, same idea, so that you can, you know, go up inside of a chimney or...
Fantastic. I mean, they're all so different. You've carved things differently and the twine's different, but you're so creative. I love what you've done here. Absolutely fantastic. Tell us about what's in this little jar here.
After we grew our own broom corn, I saved all the seeds and then thought when I go to a craft fair, which I've done very little, I thought maybe this would be a good, Simple Simon, easy to buy thing. So I put the seeds in there so that you can grow them yourself.
And then a little mini broom. How cute is that? I love it. For the Wicked Witch of the West's daughter.
Cute, exactly.
Exactly. I love it. Well, then, is there anything else? Look at this on a pencil.
I saw those for way too much money in Asheville.
Oh, I just love it.
And I thought, I can do that.
I love
and that takes no time. You might like to know how long these take, and I couldn't tell you exactly because I never do one in one fell swoop. You know, I take the wood, the stick, and I burnish it. Again, I don't use real sandpaper. I use something like this.
Oh, okay.
The stalk, and you just rub it.
Oh, fantastic. That gives it almost a patina. I mean, it's a matte finish, but
That's
yeah,
right.
I can see it does.
And most of them don't have any kind of a varnish or stain or anything.
You don't have to steal them or anything like that.
No.
Well, just
anyway,
fantastic. Well, Lynn, I cannot thank you enough for sharing this incredible hobby with us tonight. You're likely to see Lynn on the show again because I know I've been to your garage, workroom, studio where your brain is going a mile a minute and your home is so full of really fun, unique things. So I'm sure we'll see you again. But thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for asking me.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Villages at Bordeaux, each townhome invites you to build memories, celebrating life's little moments and big dreams. Thoughtfully crafted by Herbert Homes, your home offers comfort, energy efficiency, and easy access to our event center, Bordeaux Steak and Seafood, I-20, and downtown Thompson. Ready to find your place? Call today to schedule your tour of the Villages at Bordeaux.
Welcome to Second City Distillery. We are handcrafted one bottle at a time in the heart of Augusta, Georgia. Come visit us and discover the art of distillation like never before. Our spirits are curated, ensuring every bottle tells a story of passion and dedication. From our smooth, award-winning bourbon to our crisp and refreshing vodka, we offer a diverse range of flavors that capture the essence of our passion. Join us for a tasting or a tour and experience the spirit of Augusta with Second City Distillery. Cheers.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Henny Michael here with Hardwood Floors & More. For years we've been talking about our flooring and lighting gallery, but did you know we are also your one-stop shop for wallpaper? Today more than ever, wallpaper is the most popular home design element by combining both color and texture. So Hardwood Floors & More has you covered from floor to ceiling. And don't forget, we offer interest-free financing throughout our showroom and a military discount. Discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors & More has so much more in store for you.
Today we're at a new client's house, Emily. I've done a lot of work for her mother in the past, and her mom called and said, my daughter needs a little help. She's really good at design, but there are a few issues. So I'm excited to meet with Emily today and take a look at her issues and solve these problems for her. Hi, Emily. How are you? It's so good to see you too.
Thanks for coming today.
Absolutely. Your mom said you had some design dilemmas. You had some issues that you need.
Need some help.
Wow, your house is beautiful. It's stunning. Wow. She said you had a great eye for design, and she was right. I love all of your layering. I like the open plan. I love the tall ceilings. I'm thinking if we did a window treatment in here, it might make this area here a little more intimate. And we could certainly use a little more pattern here because you're very neutral with your tones here. So I love that. I'd love to see something draw us into the room here. And you have such a tall ceiling again. I feel like we could create some height here. We could frame this window, make this space a little more intimate as well. I think that would work. But in here, maybe something a little cleaner because it is a little more tailored. Maybe a linen type fabric that will work well off of your sofa. Maybe a drapery tape that I could find that might work really well. But I feel like we could create a lot more drama in here.
Okay, that sounds exciting.
So I've made the window treatments, I've installed them, they look amazing. I hope that Emily loves them as much as I do. Let's find out. What do you think? That's a good thing.
Amazing.
Doesn't it just brings everything that you have together? It gives us great height over here. It draws your eye into the space, and it just finished everything off.
It's perfect. I love it.
I'm glad you do. Let's take a look over at the dining room.
Michael, this is ridiculous.
Is it amazing or what?
Yes, I love it.
I mean, this is a wow, right?
Definitely.
We're all about the wow. But it really works well with everything that you had. It makes more dimension with the lamps. It frames your chandelier as well. And it just gives us that bold pattern that we needed in the space.
Michael, this is insane. Like the whole house just feels totally different. Thank you so much for everything. I love it.
I'm so glad that you love it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Ooh. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Wow. I got that wow.
What if the perfect pair of shoes could transform more than just your outfit? At Signature Soles and Apparel, it's not just about fashion, it's about finding the pieces that make you feel confident, unique, and ready to take on the world. From stunning shoes to statement outfits and accessories, every item is carefully chosen to help you express your personality. Let our friendly team help you discover your next favorite look. Signature Soles and Apparel, where every step you take feels beautifully you.
Thank you for tuning in tonight to the Signature Mike Show. We enjoyed having you. You can catch me here every Saturday night at 7:30, or you can watch me anytime on my YouTube channel, Signature Mike. Make sure to subscribe because we have special content sometimes for the subscribers. You can also catch Signature Interiors on Facebook and Instagram. We will see you there.